Hi, hello, how are you? Amanda, Seint Artist, and we're gonna do the basics. I'm gonna use the detail brush, and I'm gonna have my 4 colors here. So this is the palette 4 using my Seint Makeup. So we all know I have imperfect skin. So when I picked the colors I was gonna use in today's tutorial, I was very purposeful with the colors because I'm going to color correct and do my makeup using 4 colors. You can have imperfections, distractions, if you will, and still start with the basics. So I want to show how you can accomplish that. You just have to be a little more purposeful with what you pick. I use these colors a lot before Demi was a thing, before I was using lip and cheeks to correct, before I just went crazy with trying things, and I just kept it really simple because this wasn't what I was doing. I wasn't sharing things the way I share things now with Seint. But now that I am, I like having different ways of doing things. Think about how many tutorials I got up. Think about it. There's a lot. And so it just goes to show there's really no one way, there's no wrong way, and there's so many different ways to make this work that it makes it better. Okay? Trust me. So I'm going to use the very basics. I've got my main highlight, Sandy, Sunlit. This is the one that changed the game for me with my dark circles under my eyes. I'm also going to use it on my melasma. This has a corrector built into it. You can see the yellowness. It doesn't go on yellow, so it looks scary. Trust me. This is olive. It's a contour color, but I'm going to use it as a camouflager once I've corrected this area and my melasma. And then I'm using nude blush. And I'm doing that because I want this to be very basic, very simple, and I don't want my stuff to pull through my makeup. So using a more muted neutral blush over a bright pink is key. So it's just being more purposeful with the colors you pick, and that's it. If you want bright pink, I would absolutely pair it with something neutral like this, which is something I do all the time. All right, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna use the detail brush, and I'm gonna use the small end, and I'm gonna go into Sunlit. And I'm going to tap this over my discoloration here, right here in my nose creases, around over the top. All I'm doing here is muting down the discoloration. I'm going to use this big end just to blend it out. You could still see the imperfections. They're muted. And that's what color correcting is, because I'm not color covering. I'm not putting on my makeup. And so I'm just using this to correct and mute my distractions. Now I'm going to go in to olive, this contour color here. I'm going to go in on the big end. I'm going to use this to camouflage. It's going to go around that melasma spot. I have one coming in up here. So I drape mine up, and then I do it on both sides for balance. I don't want one side of my face to look different than the other. I mean, that's with anything. So I'm just going to add some here, and then I bring it up. I have a little melasma spot coming in up here, which is a good reason why to drape. Typically when you're getting melasma, it's all up here because that's where most of your sun damage is. And so we're just going to tap this around. Think of where your bronzer goes, because that's where your sun hits your face. And so that's where you want to warm things up. So that's typically where your sun damage is. So you're kind of knowing before you're knowing, based off of the fact that you're adding warmth where warmth happens. Okay. Did I even just make sense? Oh well. Okay, so I've got that corrector on. I'm just going to take whatever's left on my brush and go over my chin where I get red and just tap around my brows. I get very red right here sometimes. I don't know why. Okay, I'm going to go into my main highlight now. I've corrected. All we've done is corrected, not covered, but you can see my skin is still unbalanced, but the real distractions are muted. And that's it. So I'm going to go into my main highlight, Sandy. And I'm going to add this to the lower part of my face. I only put my foundation, my main highlight, down here. I don't add it really over my nose. I don't add it to my forehead. I just put it on the apples of my cheeks to cover my distractions that I just camouflaged and to balance my skin tone. We want it. I mean, we're going to be doing all this stuff. You got to get it all. So I'm just going to grab this and put it on the lower part, and I'm going to even out. So you have all of this unbalanced, and here it's all balanced. It's just very uniform. You can take it, pull it down, whatever. Grabbing a little more, and I'm just gonna balance this side of my face. You need so little. So Seint has a very high pigmentation. It's 80% pigmentation, which is quite a bit more than traditional makeup, which is 18%. And I say this in almost every tutorial because I want you to realize that what you consider full coverage, you will consider light coverage. You will feel like this is light coverage, but you're still getting a better finish and the same coverage. It's very skin-like because it's creams and everything works together rather than against each other. If you put on a powder when you really haven't set your liquids, it doesn't work together, but this all works together. All right, I'm gonna go in on that small line. I'm gonna go back into Sunlit, and now I'm gonna brighten. I'm gonna go right here down the middle, in between my brows, down the middle of my nose, and you can see this doesn't go on that scary yellow. I'm gonna highlight my Cupid's bow, and then I'm gonna give the illusion of reflected light on my chin. Look at that. It just gives this illusion of reflected light, just like so. I do not put a main highlight on up here because I put this brightening here, and once this blends into my darker contour, it balances out the skin tone, which is why you don't need a whole bunch of product on your face. Why put more on when you don't need more? All right, that's it for my foundation and concealer. I'm gonna do my eyes last. I'm gonna go into my contour now on the sides, and we are going to go down either side of the forehead. Now you can build this up and keep this light. You can build it up, bring it down, have it more natural. You can make this very deep if you want to. It's all what you want from your makeup. But I keep it over the top of my forehead, and then we have that brightening here. We're gonna grab and pull. And this is just going to marry everything together like that. And it just is so good and natural. Olive is a really nice, lighter, if you like a natural finish and you don't want that bold makeup look, olive is a really beautiful option. Olive, ash, shadow are all very good natural options. If you want something darker, go for it. Go for it. All right, I'm gonna grab some more, and I am going to go on the top sides of my nose, just like that. I have a bump, so I tap, otherwise I'll have a high point. And I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna go right here, and this is just gonna give my nose a little shape. Just like that, tap, tap, tap. Bringing it up to the brows to follow your natural shadowing. We're not trying to create new shadows, we're just trying to accentuate current shadows. And it just makes this really pretty balanced nose. You can structure it however you want. If you want to make it look like you got a cute little button nose, you can do that. It's whatever you want. This will all tie together, I promise. That's one of the things that I say about Seint when everybody's like, I don't know. Trust the process. All right, we're going in on the side here. We're gonna do our cheeks. I always put my contour on the edge. If you are just starting out with contour and you're unsure, stamp the whole top and then tap it on your cheekbone and just let it hang way up here and then blend it around. But I'm gonna pull this down a little, just like that. But I keep it under blended up there because once I add my blush, it's gonna work together and I don't wanna blend it away. So again, pushing on my cheekbone, not below it in my natural shadow because I don't wanna pull my face down, I wanna lift it up. So you come up a little higher than that shadow, just like that. All right, we're gonna grab it, go in front of that earlobe, we're gonna chisel our jaw just a little bit, and you want it just along that jawline. I recommend blending it immediately. Otherwise, no one's gonna tell you that you have a big brown smear down your jaw. Trust me, I've done it and nobody tells you. I know, it's shocking. All right, I'm gonna take that edge again onto that contour, and I'm gonna go right here under my lip and right here over my lip on my Cupid's bow. And this is just creating structure and a shadow. I'm gonna grab a little bit of that highlight of the brightening sunlit, and we're just gonna create a pout. Look at that, I'm pouting. Okay, I'm so bad at jokes. I was gonna add my brightener, but I'm gonna do my blush next. So I'm gonna go in on the edge here, and we're just gonna smile. As you mature, the volume of your cheeks, it breaks down. So you gotta smile when you put your blush on. And I start up here, and then I bring it down like that. And we're just gonna tap this. I always start at the top, and then I bring it to my apples. And this is also a buildable color. It's a neutral color, but it gives you this really nice net. Look at how pretty that is. It's warm, it's great for fall, but this is a great everyday blush that doesn't make you look like, whoa, where's she going? Not the post office. So I need to stop with my jokes. All right, so I'm just building this. I'd rather build it up rather than try to bring it down, but I always smile when I do my blush. I'm just going to stop. No, I'm not. Smiling even when you don't want to makes you smile, makes you happy. It just does. So whenever you're feeling sad, just go put some blush on because you have to smile to put it on. That's my therapy for you today. Smile while putting on your blush because it's good therapy. Okay, we're going to go to the small end. I'm going to stop. All right, going into the small end, and I'm going into that scary yellow sunlit color, okay? We are going to, so I'm dark. I have some darkness. It's all really up here and up here. So I always recommend putting on your brightening below this trough, because if I were to just put it on this puffy area, it would make it look puffier. It would draw attention to it. And what we're trying to do is hide those things that we don't like. So we're just going to tap this under the trough, and I want to bring it up. We're bringing it up, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to bring this up too. Just follow the natural curl of your eye right here, okay? Just putting that on right there. This gives your eye a little bit of lift. This is going to give it a more youthful look, but really just getting it on this inner part and right here, and then we're going to have a hair that's bothering me, sorry. We're going to tap onto that orbital bone, bringing them together, and then we're going to work our way up onto that soft tissue. Now there is yellow undertones, obviously, to sunlit, obviously. And so this is going to help with the correcting. And so we're just going to bring this up, but you can see this doesn't go on yellow, just like this. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is. It's so pretty. And why I like to do this after my blush is because I sometimes go a little too high on my blush, and this helps rein it in, flip it to that big end, and marry your brightening to your blush. But it just corrects that darkness that I have. It's so pretty, and it's not at all scary like you would think it is because it looks so yellow in the tin. But look at this light and brightness. Look at how just your under eye transforms the look of your makeup. It's kind of just, it's just good. Okay, so we're bringing that up right here, following the curl of our eye, and then under the trough and straight up. I go into the corner here. If you have maturing eyes and you don't like the idea of putting a shimmer on that inner corner because it can make it look wrinkly, use your brightener right there. So I just bring it up right here, bring it down. I need a little more because I do like a really bright under eye. Then we're going to tap onto that orbital bone, and then we're going to bring it up onto that soft tissue. You don't need a heavy hand. These are creams. Your skin is warm. This is going to move really easily. Use that big end just to tap it all together, and look at that. I have the same finish. All of my scarring is covered. I have dimension. I have all the makeup on, but I have less on. And using just these really simple, more purposeful colors, this sunlit and this olive, and then using a neutral cheek like nude can make all the difference when you're just wanting to try the basics, but you're still wanting to get that final result that you see. So that's it. That is mainly, I just really wanted to show how versatile this makeup is. You don't have to buy addition to the basics to get all the coverage you want. So talk to me, message me. We'll find the perfect palette that's the basics that will work best for you. And that's it. Have a great day. Hi, me again. I didn't put my lipstick on. So we're going to put our lipstick on. I'm going to use that detail brush on the small end again. I'm going to pinch it. I'm going to grab my contour olive, and I'm going to line my lips with olive contour. It's a pretty brown. I love browns for lip liners. All right, so I've lined my lips with it. Now I'm going to grab that lip and cheek color I used, that nude. We're going to put that on our lips. I'm going to have a nice neutral lip. Just like that. You can even take a little bit of that highlight, that sunlit color, and you can really just punch up the pout right here. Why not? It's pretty. It makes it more dimensional and pretty. Okay, that's my lip. That's really easy. I bit my lip the other day, so please excuse the bite out of my lip. I woke up with a fat lip. I'm assuming I bit my lip. But okay, that's all. Now, have a good day.